the jibber jabber. Don't be babbling like a fool. Say what you got to say. That's all. Then shut your dang pie hole.
Well, everyone, welcome back to the Prepared Mind channel. And folks, the acceleration of shtf is underway right now. A little bit of light out. We can see further, right? We can see now. We're out of the dark, at least temporarily. But what I can see is a lot more trouble coming our way. The Democrats have failed. Their lies, their misdirection, it's failing. But that doesn't mean they're less powerful. Certainly doesn't mean they're less dangerous. So over the weekend, they found out they can't cheat their way to victory. They just can't do it. They can't get away with it. In fact, they're already in huge trouble. There are massive demands across the internet for recalls in specific states where it's beyond obvious that this the word cheating is not enough. The criminal enterprise of stealing the election is beyond obvious. Beyond obvious. And Trump is doing something quite interesting. He's announcing more people. I believe Marco Rubio, Secretary of State, another Florida senator. I think he's going to call on states that are very safe Republican districts from which to pull his cabinet members and administration. The reason being is the states aren't crippled by it. They're not crippled by it. In other words, we're not gonna have special elections and bring in a bunch of Democrats. So that doesn't hurt the states. But I think it's absolutely fascinating watching. And what it's creating is more and more tension and more anger and fear on the left side. We've discussed human psychology in the past, right? Greed is a very big motivator for human beings. Greed, but more motivating still is fear and terror. And if we witnessed anything, it is the fear of these people losing their minds and losing their lives, and they think they're losing their freedoms. All these leftists, all these Democrats, they actually believe that Trump is a Hitler type person, and that their lives are over. So they're literally committing suicide. They're literally killing other people. They are literally fearful, and they are doing ridiculous things like tattooing themselves, putting on bracelets, shaving their heads, and abandoning their lives. Not that a lot of these Democrats had much of a life. From a psychological standpoint and perspective, this is alarming. This is alarming. The number of people, though, that have bought into this cult, this Democrat cult of woke, is also in itself terrifying from the perspective of sanity. These people are literally believing everything they've been told, that boys and men can get pregnant and have periods and be women. They believe it. They, they believe it. They act on it. So if they believe that, they can definitely believe that we're all Hitler. And all we need now, folks, is a continued acceleration of stupid from the left. They don't need to burn the country down, even though they can. They can have all of their, shall we say, acolytes, all of their exuberant, youthful idiots do the work for them. And I think that's what we've got coming. They're going to take their ball and go home. But yeah, I think this is what we've got. We've got some very dangerous characters in the military, in the Pentagon. You've got a lot of, I think, a lot of risk and a lot of threat there. And it's really frightening to think of the amount of power they have, that they can manufacture, create dangerous situations, false flags, and then enact incredible, shall we say, government responses. Now, a lot of us have said in the past, gee, me crickets, how can they have done what they did in Germany and China and the Soviet Union, Russia, and killed so many people based on fear, folks, fear. That's what all this killing was about, was fear and the desire to maintain power and control. Truly frightening, truly frightening. But it's all fear-based. And there's another aspect or component to this, and it's a frightening aspect called pride. Pride, right? I'm proud to be an American. I'm proud to be who I am. I'm proud of the work I've done. I'm proud, 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 proud. I'm proud that I've helped people. I'm proud that I've built houses. I'm proud that the accomplishments have helped, done good. And then there's this other kind of pride, this pride that doesn't have a positive aspect to it, but rather a negative aspect because of let's just say someone who is doing something very negative and they're proud of it. Right? They're very proud of their immorality. They're proud of their criminal behavior. They're proud of what they're doing to kids, which is very negative. They're proud of destroying and infiltrating the government. They're proud of these very negative aspects of the human character. That's destructive pride. And they're more than willing to continue it, right? So much so that they'll even get caught. They don't care. And I think an example of that would be the very simple example would be these people committing election fraud. It's a serious, very serious crime that hurts many, many people. It deprives other people of things that are good, but they're proud of it. They're willing to do it. So much so that they'll do it in an obvious fashion and get caught. And Joe Biden actually rewarded it. And other Democrats think it's great. The ends justifies the means. Very negative, very evil, very bad. But here we are. This is what we've got. And we've got that kind of pride out there. They have their little rainbow flags and they're proud of destroying themselves and taking others with them, as well as our culture and our society, and then trying to guilt everyone into it. Folks, the shit hitting the fan is going to get much nastier. They're not just going to go away. They're not going to give up their newfound beliefs and pride. Oh boy, I tell you, I do. We have a lot of good things coming though as well. And I don't want to underplay that, but I don't want to overstate it. I don't want to overstate it. Trump's administration is poised to take some very positive steps. And there are people who don't like that, don't want it, want to see it crushed. And so they're going to do everything they can. And the consequence and reason our country has been invaded by very evil factions. We've been invaded by very evil factions. And they're not just going to go away. Folks, chance favors the prepared mind is yours. Semper Fi, get and stay prepared and stay tuned. Stay aware because a lot more is coming our way.